the Wayne Dupree, who won this last night.
Love it.
Oh my goodness. Best in show. We all voted for him. Congratulations. We're so happy for you. Wayne Dupree, what in the world is going wrong with America right now? And how can you fix it?
I know, oh my God. How can I fix it real quick? Some people a lot of people in Congress need to be voted out, but America needs to find a spine to vote these people out. I mean, I'm not saying my congressman is 100% right. I'm not. But if he's not doing the job that he was sent to do, he doesn't need to stay. Those seats are not latched on, or nobody has a birthright to these seats. If you're not doing it, you got to go. I mean, Dingell was there for what, 50-some years? Are you serious? He's the reason why. I mean, when he was in, they were singing "We Shall Overcome." He's getting ready to get out, and the community is still singing "We Shall Overcome." There's something wrong with leadership, okay? So what would I do? I would go around the country, passionately and emotionally speak to Americans and tell them my story, tell them, and
if you were in Congress, that's what you would do? Is that what you mean?
Oh, if I was in Congress, first thing I would do is follow the Constitution. I would bring the Constitution out every day. As a matter of fact, I would put it behind my seat. Well, first, actually, we do have to get the Congressional Black Caucus out as soon as possible. I call them the Motisa tribe.
You're a racist.
Well, I am, yes. And the reason why I call them the Motisa tribe because that's the only thing that they are doing, serving tea in the House of Representatives. And why am I so hard on them? Because they call themselves the conscience of the of the House of Representatives, which tells you that with all the stuff that they pass, they aren't listening to conscience. And when you sit in those seats, there's an honor and a privilege. And serving in the military for 8 years, I know what honor and privilege is. So I know those people there right now, they don't know what the word means. Actually, they don't know what a whole lot of words mean. So.
No, you're absolutely right. And it aggravates me that once they get there, and there are a few that have all good intentions when they get elected, and they intend to do the right thing, but they get corrupted, and it's the same thing in Hollywood. It's the same thing. Yeah. You start beginning to believe your own press. You start thinking that everything is about you, and the world revolves around you. But these people in Washington do not understand that they work for us. When did all of this happen that they don't even care? They don't go visit their constituents. They don't know they don't know the problems in their own neighborhoods. What do we do about this?
And Wayne, do you think that a lot of this is because we were the silent majority for so long and just kind of let them do this? What is this?
Yeah, I do. And see, when you say silent majority, it hurts to a strong degree because we let that happen. We let this happen as Americans because we took the mindset, or most Americans took the mindset, that my vote doesn't matter. When you take that and then but when you look on the other side of that coin, when you say, okay, well, my vote doesn't matter, but then you can still sit and complain about what's going on, that you're killing yourself. You're killing yourself. I use this analogy on my radio show a lot. The Democrats are in charge of the ship right now. They're running the ship. But you look at us. You look at conservatives on one side in the back of the boat that's sinking. You look at libertarians. You look at millennials. You look at all of us. We're fighting to see who's going to run the ship. Meanwhile, the ship is sinking. So sooner or later, one of us is going to win, and we're going to be in charge of the ship. But guess what? There won't be any ship.
No, it'll already be sunk in
Yes.
the water. That's it.
But what do we do then? How do we unite our side? Because our side is a little fractured, isn't it?
Our side has tissue paper feelings, and I use that a lot too, because you say one. We agree on more things than we disagree on. The problem is that everybody wants to be right. You learn in the military, you go with what your leader says. Whether they're wrong or not, you go with what your leader says. You do your job. If I was in charge, I would bring everybody together, have cookies and coffee and cream and sandwiches, but I would have armed guards outside the door, because if anybody left the meeting, you got to take care of business. No. Seriously, there needs to be there needs to be a reckoning. There needs to be a coming together. There needs to be a huge togetherness on what we agree on. Like I said, we agree on more things than what we disagree on. We can win elections if we agree. It's just that easy. Common sense. Common sense is common sense. So many people, but then again, when you work around the liberal media, just like you said with Hollywood and the people in Congress, they think that they're entitled. They don't talk to us. They don't pick up the phones. And when we go and march, they don't come outside. They don't come, they stay inside, I had a friend in September that we were there for a 9/11 event. And after all of us were speaking, she and her husband were like, we're going in to see them vote because, we see it on TV. I said, yeah, go ahead, go on in and vote. When they come out, they're like this. What's wrong with you? They're all friends. They're all friends. When they get on the floor and the TV's on them, my distinguished friend from Illinois, who I hate, and he's wrong and everything, when they go out, hey, Bob, you want to get a drink? They're playing a game up there. They're playing a game. We have to show through PolitiChicks, through the Wayne Dupree show, we have to show that that this game does exist. But we also have to show that we are willing to go out into the community and stay there. We have to stay there. I tell people now, yes, your window's going to be blown out. Yes, you're going to be protested. Yes, people aren't going to be happy. But if you stay there and show that you care about the community, those people in the community are going to gravitate to you and support you. So when Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, I'm trying to keep it clean. But when they come to the community is already angry at them. Hence Chicago and that little thing that happened. They're going to push them out. But we at least have to go in there and say, look, we're here for the long haul. The black community, they look up to people that are going to stand for something. And the Republican Party today, they don't stand for anything. They say, well, this is what we're for, but we'll go ahead and vote this way.
Exactly.
Nobody respects anybody like that. But then you want them to vote for you. It's not going to happen.
Here's the situation. It's like with the debt ceiling. It's like with every single thing. And then they roll over, and they don't stand on principle. They don't do what they're going to say, and they're always saying, "Well, let's just get through the next election." Well, okay, there's an election every 2 years, right? So what are we supposed to do? We have got to have people, and I don't know how we do this, because the party is the establishment Republicans are against the Tea Party Republicans.
We need to start calling out. I talk on my radio show. Who is the establishment? You keep on hearing it. The establishment. Who are they? Call them out. Call them out. Put the names out. Every time that the radio show is coming out, put their names out. Is Carl over the establishment? Is he? All right. Put his name out there.
All right.
Put their names out. They're hiding behind the word establishment. They are destroying some good names. Some good names lost the election in Texas a couple of days ago. Why? Because the establishment. No. It's because those sunken those sunken candidates with interests, groups, lobbyists, giving them money, talking down the Tea Party. I mean, we need more Tea Party. We need more grassroots to take over I call them TV Republicans, because they bring on the same people all the time, and they destroy these people on every TV, and it's the same people. Or you have the regular people that have been there for the last 15, 16 years. Imagine that, same 15 or 16 years. America's moved on, but you have the same individuals thinking that they understand, the new stuff. So,
And that's why he won this. Wayne Dupree, News Ninja. How can people find you? Tell us your Twitter handle and everything else.
Wayne Dupree Show is Twitter, and my Facebook is News Ninja 2012. The reason why I keep the 2012 is because that's when Breitbart talked to me on Twitter and said he liked my fight. And it was a couple weeks before he passed, but he motivated me to get out and go. And I haven't stopped yet.
That's great. That's great.
We love you. Thank you, Wayne.